Well, amazingly, this is actually the first time that I've ever done this. All my Moras laid out, or at least all the different kinds of Moras I have. The ones that I really like, I actually have more than one of them, just for backup. Kind of crazy that way, but I just worry that they'll stop making it and I won't be able to get it anymore. So we'll start over here on this side. These are my carbon Moras. My first one here, I've actually rehandled it, but it's a frost laminated. And it's what I prefer when I'm doing any kind of carving on my workbench. So you can see there, frost laminated steel. This is one of the first Moras I ever actually bought. Still has the old name on it. Right above it here, we've got the Ericsson 611 carbon. You can see I've taken the red paint off the handle. And then above that, we've actually got the 612, which is relatively new to me. I just got that last week. I do like the bigger handle. I was probably going to keep it, but I don't know. I might decide to replace it. I've got some stabilized wood that, I don't know, I think would probably look real pretty on that, eh? Alright, so moving on. Mora 510, this is the new version. It's got the thinner blade on it. I really like this a lot. The handle's a little small for me, I find. It's not too bad. And then I put a little pinky lanyard there just because I'm paranoid. And I find that keeps my hand from sliding up onto the blade. Alright then, the Mora that I think's probably got the best handle out of all of them, the 711. Now this is the one that I use quite a bit. You can see it has got some patina, I guess, forming on it. A lot of that's probably soot from my ferro rod. But it's taken pretty good. You know, I've batoned it a little bit through maple and pine. I honestly don't do that too much, though I have seen online that they are prone to break right at the plastic handle right down here. But it is pretty good. Great handle on it, though. This is probably my favorite handle out of all the Moras. Even when I'm wearing mitts in the winter time, this is probably the most comfortable knife that I have. Above that, now we've got the new 511 Basic. It's pretty much as it comes from the factory, except I took off the little bird's beak down here at the bottom. And you can see that right there. I don't really like those. When I'm doing a reverse grip, that's kind of how I like to hold my hand, and that's right in the middle of my palm there. You'll probably see it a little better with my Mora companion. There's the bird's beak, and right there where I don't want it to be. This one I haven't bothered altering, though. I've used it a little bit. I really only bought it because everybody's got one. If you have a Mora and you don't have a carbon companion, there's probably something wrong with you. It's not a bad knife, but I actually prefer the stainless steel version of this, which we'll look at in a little bit. And then my biggest carbon Mora, my Bushcraft Black. And you can see I'm not a fan of finger grooves, so I've actually taken that out on my belt sander. So I mean, it's not the greatest job, but the handle's much straighter in my palm, feels much more comfortable, particularly for any kind of reverse grip on it. So you can see that's comfortable in almost every position. Again, this one I haven't used as much. It's not a bad knife. I do really like it. It's tough as nails. It can take anything. I just find it's not as sharp of a blade as the thinner ones, but honestly, compared to other knives of that size, I think it's a great blade.